My name's Russ Rankin. I'm the singer of Only Crime.
What's up?
How are you?
Great. All right, so Russ, tell me about life after Good Riddance in 90 seconds.
It's been awesome. It's given me the chance to do Only Crime and explore other interests, and it's also been cool to sort of see and hear from people more than I could when our band was going, the effect we've had on people. I've gotten tons of feedback that I didn't really get while our band was going, kind of because we were too busy and kind of because there wasn't the interweb. So it's been sort of humbling to see the kind of effect we've had on people's lives, and that's been cool.
Awesome. Well, who plays bass better naked, Chuck or Flea? Really serious?
I think the bass playing part, Flea, everything else, Chuck.
All right, good answer. What is your opinion on the current state of the punk music scene?
I don't really have one. It's kind of like over my head. I don't really know if I'm qualified to answer that. There's a few bands I like, but most of the stuff I listen to, it's like bands that were around in the 70s and 80s. Still, I think that what's going on now, I wouldn't even call it punk by like the criteria that I use. It's something different. It's something that's cool for a lot of people, and obviously people like it, but I just don't really have I think I'm losing my frame of reference for what to call punk anymore.
Understandable. Let's see. Do you own a life supply of bleach?
No, I wish.
You wish?
I wouldn't have this weird brown root thing happening.
Oh, darn.
Yeah. Need to get sponsored by Quick Blue or something like that.
Oh, are you ever going to bring back the pink?
I would like to. I got like a real job now, so I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah. You can't look like a crazy person.
Well, they're pretty cool. Maybe they'd let me do it. I should just try it, see what happens.
I think you should. Well, if you were to ever run for any sort of political seat, what would your campaign slogan be? Have you ever thought about that?
I thought about that, but not a campaign slogan part. Oh. That would be where some clever person I hired would come up with something.
Is true. What would you run for? Like mayor?
Well, I always joke with people that when I'm governor in California, A, B, and C are going to happen. And then in, I think 2002, when we had that crazy recall, we were playing some shows, my old band was, and people were telling me I should run for governor because fucking everybody else was.
This is true.
So, yeah.
So you can't think of a catchy
I can't think of a good slogan. I mean, nothing that would be like tongue-in-cheek and funny. Like, it would be too serious, probably.
Right. Oh, it's okay. You can think about it. Okay. Well, if you had it your way, who would be president right now?
Cynthia McKinney.
Who is that?
She was the candidate for the Green Party.
Oh.
And if we had a free press, you would know that.
This is true. All right. Well, moving away from the touchy subjects, do you ever consider re-releasing the State of Grace demo from the early 90s?
Okay, how do you even ever hear about that?
Because have older brothers.
But how did they hear about it?
The interweb is a wonderful tool.
Wow. I would like to. I have the master. I have a half-inch tape of the master. I've often thought about remixing it and putting some distortion on the bass because there was no such thing as a Sansamp back then. And the thing that's a bummer about State of Grace was we wrote a bunch of new songs and did a couple tours with a slightly different lineup, and the songs, like, we really liked them, and then we abruptly broke up and never recorded them.
It's a shame.
It is.
You should think about it.
Did you ever hear the State of Grace?
Maybe, maybe not.
Yeah,
no, I didn't.
So it could have been horrible.
It could have been.
You could be suggesting
but I would
the infliction of some horrible music
on
the world, which already has enough to deal with.
Yeah, but I would listen to it. So I vote yes for the re-release.
I'll see what I can do.
Okay. All right. Well, you are a huge hockey fan, obviously. Do you play hockey?
Yes.
Did you ever play in like a league or anything?
No, just men's league, which is basically me and then a bunch of cops and firefighters and computer programmers playing hockey.
Were you good, or are you good?
I'm all right. I'm good enough to have fun.
Oh, all right. Well, if you could form a band out of NHL players, who would you pick?
I'm trying to think of who I know that actually plays.
I mean, even just not. You don't have to think about music. Think of if they all could play instruments, and you just.
I would love to play in a band with Alexander Ovechkin, because he's completely off his rocker, and I think it'd be a lot of fun, and he has a lot of energy. And I'd have to have a goalie, at least one goalie, because goalies.
Would he be the goalie?
No, the goalie would be the drummer, because goalies and drummers are the same.
Okay.
Like someone dropped them on their head when they were very young. Goalies and drummers have the same sort of weird idiosyncrasies, and so the drummer would have to be a goalie, and then I don't know who else I would get.
It's not a very thorough answer.
I'm trying to think. I mean, Ovechkin would be fun. I'm trying to think of who else I know that would be interesting.
Sid the Kid.
Sid the Kid would have to be the singer though, and then I gotta be the singer.
This is true.
Sid the Kid's not gonna want to be like second fiddle to anybody, I don't think.
Damn him.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the last and final question is: will Good Riddance ever play another show together?
I have no idea. I don't think so.
No.
Well, I mean, I know enough to never say never about anything, but that's a pretty good never. I have no
That's
desire.
so disappointing.
We played a lot of shows. We had a really good run, and it's done. And I got a weird thing with bands that break up and then get back together. It never sits right with me.
Really?
Don't want to be that band.
Like who?
I'm not gonna say any names, but I'm saying like just the whole concept.
Oh, okay.
When bands break up and then like, if the price is right, they get back together. I've always just felt weird about it. So there's that happening, and then it's just, we're just all different people now. We do different stuff. We like different music. We can't even agree on what day of the week it is anymore. So, yeah, I just wouldn't see the point. Like, we're all doing different stuff. Like, we had this awesome run. We had a really good time. We were really fortunate, and we got to do a lot of things that most people never get to do. And for that, I think we're all super grateful. But it was before. It's done. It would feel weird to me.
All right. We understand.
Sure okay, good.
We forgive you.
Okay. I get that question a lot, and no one seems to understand, but I'm glad you do.
Totally understand. All right, well, that's all. So if you can just wave bye. See ya.
Bye.